It's now odd when we're not talking about something as we get ready to go live because then it's like, I don't even know how to start the show.
We could just make something up, I suppose.
Yeah, but then I always feel like they missed out on a joke and that we're cheating the audience a little bit.
Yeah, it would be very deceptive.
Yeah, it's not okay to leave them out of the joke when we're faking the joke. It's fine to do it when the joke's real.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
No, I mean, look, sometimes we have stuff to talk about, sometimes we don't. It's just the way things are.
Happy Halloween, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Monkey in the Morning. I'm Monk. He's Jack. Say hi, Jack.
Hi, everybody. Happy Halloween.
Jack, how the hell you doing, my friend?
Yeah, I'm all right. How are you?
I'm pretty good. Missing my wife, but I'll see her soon. So no real complaints. Although I don't sleep well when she's not here, so I'm a little bit tired, even though I've slept quite a bit. It's just not a restful sleep.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I need the threat of her waking me up to keep me asleep. That's how I justify it in my head.
Uh-huh.
Jack,
No, nothing at all that you're codependent.
and it's not codependency at all. It's love, man. It's love. You ever actually
Like
pay
I said.
attention to the definition of love? It sounds like psychosis.
It absolutely is.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's love, so I'm good with it. I'm psychosis for her and she's psychosis for me. That is love.
Well, if only one of you is psychosis, then it's stalking.
Monk is scared of the dark. No, not scared of the dark. Honestly, it's not even a conscious thing. I didn't even know that that was a thing until my wife pointed it out to me. I was having a really she went it was when she was working at the office and I sleep during the day, Jack, and I was not sleeping worth the shit. And she pointed out, she goes, "You never sleep well when I'm not here." I'm like, "Huh. Well, shit. I wish I knew myself better." Anyway, Jack, we're here tonight to laugh at Kamala and the Democrats and how bad they are at their job.
Oh, they're really out of touch.
I do not understand how they keep stepping on their dicks the way that they do. We
Because
talked
they have
yesterday
no
about
idea how to talk to people.
well, we talked yesterday about the Biden garbage comment, and I expected it to have some blow up. I did not expect it to completely destroy Kamala's big produced moment to the point where literally no news about that. She goes out there and spends that had to be close to $1 million on production value and shit that they did for her little closing speech there, her closing
yeah.
argument speech.
Yeah, easily $1 million.
And Trump defeated it with a fucking trash truck.
Yeah, he bought with the change he found at his couch.
They had a garbage truck ready to go with the Trump logo on the side of it in less than 24 hours.
That tells you how well connected he is or how resourceful his employees are.
Just absolutely destroyed any momentum she was hoping to get because of that by pulling up in a garbage truck. That is fucking amazing to me.
Well, Joe Biden pulled the Comey moment, because Comey hurt Hillary Clinton and then she called everybody deplorables. Joe Biden's like, they're floating garbage. And boom, instant memes.
Barron's idea? Probably not. I mean, this is classic Trump, man. He's the meme king and has been for nearly a decade.
You got to remember that Trump is the modern embodiment of P.T. Barnum. The man knows how to sell himself. He used to sell steaks with his name on them.
Yes.
He's a very brilliant strategist when it comes to marketing. And it's worked for him for 30 or 40 years now, because why would you know a real estate developer's name?
That's an excellent question and one that the Democrats would be smart to pay attention to. Luckily, they're not that smart.
They keep underestimating him.
Behrman in chat says Vivek got his own garbage truck too. I saw that him and Benny Johnson pulled up in a garbage truck, and they were actually riding on the back of it, Jack.
Oh, nice.
I woke up today and the first thing I saw was Trump in his orange vest.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
fuck. I'm like,
I
yeah,
saw that and I was like, that man is a genius.
just fucking trolling these fucking idiots. How do
He
they keep setting him up like this?
Because they don't understand how people relate now. They really are so out of touch. They think they could just spew names and call people names and nobody will react. Or they'll be like, no, and he's like, fine, I'm a garbage man. All right, fine. I am a garbage man. I'm getting a garbage truck. It'll be the best truck ever. It'll have my name on it. And my buddies will be the guys working, and I'll be the foreman. It'll be brilliant. I'll have an orange vest and everything.
Yeah, there he is at his rally. He even wore the vest to the rally.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You commit to the bit. Like I said, he's a brilliant showman. That man is seriously could have put P.T. Barnum out of business.
Yeah, he just fucking amazing. And again, he didn't even really have to do anything for this. He just had to let them say something and react to it.
Yeah. Yeah, and he's good at it. Look, I don't know. I am 99% sure this was his idea. So
You
I don't
think
know
maybe
anybody else.
this was all planned to seize? Hey, just say something about the garbage in Puerto Rico. These fuckers will lose their mind, and we'll be able to have a truck all set up.
Yeah, but he didn't even do it. It was some random comedian.
Yeah, but it was speaking of his rally. Maybe like, hey, make a trash in Puerto Rico joke for me, would you?
I think that
I got a plan.
once the guy said the comment, I think somebody somewhere was like, "Sir, we need to lock on to that. That's going to be they're going to respond to that."
And the press spends 3 days whining about that joke from the comedian
Yeah.
about a problem that's been going on in Puerto Rico for almost a decade, Jack. The trash problem in Puerto Rico has been bad. They have no space for trash.
Yeah. Well, it's an island. I mean,
They,
you have limited space to begin with, and they had a massive hurricane that created all kinds of problems. So yeah, that trash has to go somewhere.
they have like 29 landfills and they're all filled.
Yeah,
Whoopsie.
they need to get one of those big furnaces that generates electricity by burning trash.
Yeah, something
I'm
like
s-
that.
I'm sure there's one laying around somewhere.
But the press loses their mind and call. How dare you refer to non-Americans? He wasn't even referring to the Puerto Rican people. But it all became look at this racist shit that's going on at the Trump rally, the Nazi Trump rally.
Yeah, the fact that the Puerto Ricans weren't even mad about it, and their shadow
No,
senator came out and was like, "I'm endorsing Trump."
no. I saw Don Lemon questioned a Puerto Rican chick he found on the street, and this definitely changed her vote.
Yeah, okay.
Sure, I believe you, Don.
Yeah.
Um,
Real quick, thank you, Auto9. Mr. Jack, Monkey Man was mean to me and Aunt Mommy. At least I can say my dad might have been any one of the guys on 5 baseball teams. Oh, well, he's a professional, I guess, unless he's a ball boy.
who is that from?
Auto9.
Oh, that idiot on over there on the Twitter that look, don't set me up for jokes. And when it comes to mama jokes, just you probably shouldn't say anything to me because I can make anything about your mother.
And it's funny then because people get all bent out of shape about jokes, obviously.
J Lock, thank you for the donation when we were not on the air. It says, Sup, Monk? Just wanted to thank you for the response on Twitter regarding the Dukakis question. Looking forward to the show. Well, thank you for that. And look, if you ever feel ignored by me on Twitter, I'm probably not ignoring you. I probably didn't see it. But this is in relation to one of Kamala's spokespeople put out a tweet that said, has any candidate ever had 2 Dukakis moments in one election? And they put up a picture of Trump in the orange vest and a picture of Trump at McDonald's. I was like,
Those are not Dukakis moments.
and J-Lock didn't know what a Dukakis moment was, so I explained. 1988, Mike Dukakis is running against George H.W. Bush, and somebody in his campaign thought it would be a good idea to put him in a tank with an ill-fitted helmet on. The strap is going across the front of his chin, and it just got completely mocked. And like, that's not a Dukakis moment, for fuck's sake. There are two things that people point to with Dukakis that really cost him that election. One of them was Willie Horton, the furlough program there in Massachusetts where he gets out and kills people, raped and killed a woman, if I remember correctly. And two was that tank. It destroyed his campaign.
If anybody had Dukakis moments, it was Kamala.
Yes.
I mean, the last couple of her interviews, and I would add Biden with the garbage people.
Kamala trying to speak in her different accents. Whoops, sorry. That is closer to a Dukakis moment than Trump winning the fucking internet for 2 days.
Yeah, the internet has changed everything, especially with campaigning. It gave us so many kitten memes and Star Trek stuff, but now it's evolved well beyond anything anybody could have imagined. And Trump has been crushing it for days.
Oh, yeah. I mean, without even trying, Joe Biden gave him this gift of taking whatever momentum she would have gotten out of her closing arguments and just pissed all over it. There's nowhere for her to go now except for waiting until the election is over and being like, I was cheated or something like that. To go on her Hillary Clinton speaking tour where for the next decade she just whines about Trump. You have to admire Trump energy, timing, and sense of humor. True. Even if you don't like the guy, you have to look at this moment. I get what the spokesperson for Kamala is trying to do, but you would have been better off going, you know what? That was well played. Well played. Give some acknowledgement to it instead of causing more people to come at you and tell you what a fucking retard you are.
Yeah. Well, by ignoring it, they're just giving him more power because they should just acknowledge it quickly and move on.
No, they would be better off just ignoring it. Just fucking ignore it and move on.
Oh, I don't know.
That's
man.
how you deal with trolls. If you really want to take the wind out of a troll's sail, you don't acknowledge them at all.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
And this is Trump trolling. That's what it is. It's just real life trolling. For the record, I know sometimes the liberal press watches this show as well, and nobody thinks Trump actually became a garbage man, okay?
No, that's dumb. That again shows how much they think you're stupid.
Or it shows how dumb they are. I prefer that interpretation.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, let's check out the Hill here. There's tons of examples of shit like this. I mean, almost immediately they had the headlines of Republicans pounce on Biden's garbage comment. Well, this one takes they at least got the thesaurus out and found the word seize instead. Trump rides in garbage truck in effort to seize on Biden comment. He's trying to seize on it, Jack. He's mean.
It worked.
Former President Trump on Wednesday climbed into a campaign-themed garbage truck in his motorcade in Wisconsin in an effort to draw attention to comments made by President Biden in which he seemingly called Trump supporters garbage. Seemingly, Jack.
Yeah.
It only.
Did you see they corrected the White House record so that it doesn't say that he called people garbage?
No, but I'm not shocked.
Yeah.
For the record,
transcripts lie.
It only seems like he called people garbage because he did.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why people are a little annoyed with him. And rightfully so.
Trump's campaign staff widely shared photos of the truck and the former president in the passenger seat. So did everyone else, including the media. Trump's campaign staff shared this. You can see the crowd of fucking reporters right there. And that is a small version of this picture. In the big version, there's like 20 reporters right there. No, the Trump people were pushing this shit. Everybody was, because it was funny as fuck. Where are we? The campaign has tried to capitalize on outrage among Trump supporters over Biden's remark, even as Vice President Harris has distanced herself from the comment. That's as much as I've read of this story, I'm going to be honest with you. Because I was like, wait a minute. Kamala distanced herself? I have to see this. Harris addresses Biden's garbage comment, and garbage is in quotes. I love that. Vice President Harris on Wednesday distanced herself from President Biden's comments a day earlier, in which he appeared to refer to former President Trump supporters as garbage. The Hill just cannot bring themselves to say he actually said it. He seemingly said it. He appeared to say it.
Well, if you're expecting an honesty from the Hill, I got some bridges I'll sell you.
He appeared to say it because he's on camera saying it. Fuck. First of all, he clarified his comments. This is her. This is a quote from her. Did we read his clarification last night, guys? I don't remember.
No.
Because he put out a tweet about it.
I don't remember. I wasn't in there for that part.
I'd say you were what? I mean, I was almost done with the story by the time you popped in. So I don't remember if I did or not. But his clarification was nonsense. I think we read at least part of it. Anyway, first of all, he clarified his comments. But let me be clear. I strongly disagree with any criticism of people based on who they vote for.
She's been calling us Nazis for months.
Yep. But hey, she's not criticizing those people. She likes Nazis.
Well, Ukrainian ones.
No, American ones. She wants to be the American Nazi president.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, real quick. Thank you, Frosted Glass. This is irrelevant, but fuck it, I'm on a high. A couple of friends and I went to a bar, went bar hopping, and I was the DD. Our final stop was a pretty fine-looking woman working the bar. A little effort and encouragement from my wingman later, I walked out with her number. Nice.
Congrats. Did you call it and make sure it's real? I'm just making sure.
Was her name Alexandria? Because I hear chicks named Alexandria are easy.
It was Amanda. Anyway, yeah. I strongly disagree with any criticism of people based on who they vote for. I really need the media to explain to me why Biden wouldn't call people he thinks are Nazis, or at least Nazi supporters, garbage. It's okay to call Nazis garbage. Which leaves us with only two possibilities. They don't actually believe we're Nazis, which I think some of them really do. Or two, they don't think Nazis are garbage. I'm just waiting to hear which one it is. I need one of. Why is everybody on the left trying to pretend he wouldn't say something like that? You wouldn't call Nazis garbage? I would, Jack. They're fucking garbage.
I think, look, communists tend to stick together, and their roots are in socialism, and so are the Nazis. So they see them as misguided brethren.
You know, there might be something to that. I could see that, absolutely.
Especially a lot of the things that Kamala's suggesting are definitely more fascistic than communist. You know, the price controls and working hand in glove with corporations, secretly overseeing them. That's much more fascistic. But anyway, I think it's a lot of that and a sense of desperation.
I think they never put any thought into it. They know after the Hillary debacle that they're not supposed to insult Americans, but they don't consider calling you a Nazi an insult. And again, not because they put any thought into it. They don't link the two in their own brains. Where is the Nora O'Donnell clip? Shit, was it that late in the day that I got to it? Oh, yeah, it was after the clip of... Did you see Biden actually biting children?
Yes. Oh, my God.
Don't worry, guys. We'll get to it. But I want to watch Nora
Look at
here
that
first,
delicious child.
because Nora is relevant to the garbage truck thing, and that's what we're talking about. So stick with that for a minute. J.R. Lockhart, thank you. They're attempting to undercut the garbage truck troll with video of Trump having a very brief struggle to open the door and climbing in the truck. Yeah, he went to reach for the handle and missed, and I've done that many times. Even when I was very young and healthy, Jack, I've reached for a car door thing and missed. And
Oh.
stumbles a little bit, catches himself, and then climbs right into the. I saw them like, look, he stumbled. What's wrong with him? What? This is why he won't release his medical records.
Oh, fuck off.
Bunch of fucking morons.
They're trying so hard to make Trump look like Biden.
Yeah, because that's their only play. He sucks, he sucks, he sucks. That's it. All right. Miss O'Donnell.
As we are now 6 days out from Election Day, nearly 60 million votes have already been cast in early in-person voting and through the mail. And the latest.
And some of those were by legal residents.
Yeah. Amazingly.
Don't get mad, YouTube. I got proof. I got some proof that illegals have voted, and maybe not illegals, non-citizens did vote. We'll get to that later, too. And their vote will count. Don't worry, the Democrats said that can't happen.
Yeah.
It did.
This poll suggests the race could not be tighter. Both campaigns are locking their focus on the battleground states.
Is it me, or does their purple there look a little bluish?
It kind of does, yeah.
A little subtlety there would be nice, MSNBC.
That's not going to happen.
Vice President Kamala Harris rallied in North Carolina and Pennsylvania today and is in Wisconsin tonight. Former President Donald Trump was in North Carolina earlier and tonight is also in Wisconsin. He landed in Green Bay just a short time ago and then pulled this campaign stunt, speaking to.
I love that part. He pulled this campaign stunt.
I mean, technically that's probably true, but it was a brilliant one.
They haven't said that about anything Kamala's done. They haven't called any of her shit a stunt.
Oh, no, she's highly produced and supported by celebrities. It's not a stunt. That's just how she is. She's so amazing. She's like a female version of Barack Hussein Obama.
Velvetina, it's your birthday. Around here, we do this. And a 1 and a 2. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Velvetina. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Hope you had a good one. I really, really do. You're almost as old as I am. Good luck with that. All right.
It's going to get worse.
We were at stunt.
Speaking to reporters from a garbage truck, proof that he and his supporters are giving no grace to a gaffe by President Biden where he.
Oh, yeah, we're supposed to give grace every time they insult us. But every time they call us Nazis, we're supposed to be just like, oh, we have grace in our hearts. But they do nothing of the kind.
Proof that Trump and his supporters are giving no grace to the gaffe. The gaffe.
The gaffe. Are you dementia patient?
It would have made more sense if she goes, they're not giving him any grace for his clear mental decline.
Well, we've been told he doesn't have one, so that's
right. Yeah, possible. No, he's sharp as a tack, as cogent as ever. Yeah, how dare Donald Trump not give grace to the man who called his supporters trash? The only garbage I see is his supporters.
Yeah, from the administration that has tried to throw him in jail,
yep,
get him assassinated by constantly calling him Hitler, among other things, and then insulting all of his supporters and staff. Yeah, why would he give no grace? Yeah, fuck you, retards.
You forgot trying to bankrupt him with bullshit lawsuits out of New York.
Yeah. And after everything they've done, they expect him to give grace. Fuck you. The left is the most unforgiving people in the history of mankind. They give no quarter. There is no redemption. You are getting your scarlet letter and getting cast out of town. If you're lucky, they don't tie you to a tree like a witch.
But he's giving no grace to them, Jack.
Yeah, fuck them and fuck their grace. If anything, Trump should have got a lot harder on this. But hey, good for him. This was a brilliant stunt that even stupid Nora O'Donnell was talking about.
I just love the framing of it. At least she didn't claim he didn't say it. She called it a gaffe instead of, I mean, there are literally people out there. He didn't say that. There was an apostrophe. I heard it. Okay. Where is the, because, you know, the apostrophe, his supporters, apostrophe, that means ownership. Ownership of what? Because he doesn't go on and he actually starts a whole new sentence right after that. That's not how apostrophes work.
You don't know when you're the apostrophe police? They're unburdening the English language, monkey.
I at least give her credit that she admits that he said it, but then, you know, this campaign stunt. Yeah, it was a campaign. It really was a stunt, but a little stank on that word stunt there, sweetie. You haven't said that about anyone else in a while. Maybe she said it about Trump for the McDonald's thing. I don't watch Nora, but that part there at the end, showing that they're giving no grace. Get fucked. You guys just spent 3 days calling them Nazis. 3 days over a joke they didn't even tell. How dare you not give grace? You let people on your station call him Nazi. Call it a Nazi rally. Fucking, who was it? One of the major news networks, several of major news networks were covering Hillary Clinton calling it a Nazi rally before it ever happened, Jack. Where's the grace? How can they give no grace to Trump and then have the nerve, the fucking audacity to bitch that he's not giving any grace? Get fucked. Why doesn't anybody trust the media? I don't fucking know. Can't figure that shit out. Oh, Jack dropped. He'll be back hopefully here real soon. Yeah. Where's the grace? Get fucked. Did you guys see the cover that the New York Post is putting out? This is the cover of their next edition. It says dumpster fire, outrage over Biden's garbage voter slur threatens to burn down Harris's campaign. God bless the New York Post, man. I don't always agree with them because they are still just mainstream media, but at least they're more honest about it. Hey, welcome back, Jack.
Yeah, thank you. My internet's acting up.
Oh, fair enough. We've had a lot of wind today, and I've been lucky that it hasn't really affected the internet, but it did clean up about half the leaves out of my yard, and I was very happy about that. It is amazing. It is amazing how many leaves are in my fucking yard, dude. I've
had a lot of not paying my internet bill, so you'll get your money, you bastards.
I think it's time. Oh, wait, no, I do want to highlight this because this is the Washington Post. It's not Glenn Kessler. They didn't send out their fact checker for this. Did Biden call Trump supporters garbage? It comes down to an apostrophe.
Oh, bullshit.
Republicans have long strained for a new Hillary Clinton deplorables moment, but Biden's defense is entirely plausible.
Bullshit. It's on video.
Yeah, we covered last night how Politico originally reported the story and then how they had to change it after the video dropped. They're like, we updated it to clarify what he said, and then pulled the same apostrophe nonsense. They literally just quoted the White House's version of it. Get fucked. Why don't the American people trust the press? Because you're lying shitbags. All right, I guess this is as good a place to start as any with our next subject, Jack. Completely accidentally during a Formula One race, a news station posted that Kamala Harris has already won Pennsylvania.
Yeah, completely accidentally.
Whoopsie. They give vote totals and everything. This was a test. They were just doing a test, and it accidentally went out over the airwaves.
I hope somebody has a screenshot of it with the actual numbers that they used to see if it correlates later.
Jack's not looking at his screen.
Oh no,
yeah,
not.
There's a screenshot. 3,293,712 to 2,997,793.
Oh, wow.
52% to 47%.
Yeah, well, there we go. I guess we know which way Pennsylvania's going. That explains a lot about the voting issues.
Now, some people, hashtag not all, but some people are like, hey, I can't deal with this nonsense about election fraud again. One of them was Meghan McCain.
Oh, shocker.
Yeah. And I had to point to what I think it was Tyrai sent me. It was brought up last night, and I said it's one of those things where until I actually look into it, I can't speak about it. So I looked into it. Thank you, Job for 9. Biden has done more than anyone to help Trump win. I don't know more than anyone because I feel like Kamala's done a pretty good job herself. But otherwise, sure. All right, Jack. Wait, let's do the MSNBC video on this before we read the article because it's funny that way.
Well, you're doing that. Thank you, Tarkana. Have you guys seen the Biden vids from the Halloween event? He bit multiple babies and put a literal foot in his mouth. Put Grandpa in bed, please. Oh, yeah, we'll get to it. Don't worry.
Yep, it's on deck. It is on deck. Thank you over on the Streamlabs for that wonderful feminist $12. I like $12 because it kind of sounds like I want my $2.
Yeah, it does.
Doug Resurrect, thank you for that feminist $12. If PA goes for Harris, even if it is completely above board, this will throw the entire thing into question. Oh, you think that'll throw stuff into question? Ha. Just you wait. All right. Trump campaign sues Buck County, Pennsylvania, alleging it's turning away our voters. Now, there is an update to this story, which we will get to at the end. But in Bucks County, this is a story we touched on yesterday where I'm not really sure about the law. There's video of a woman at a polling place that they have closed down at 1:45 in the afternoon. She even verifies with the police officer she's talking to the time. And he's like, yeah. The voting place was supposed to be open till 4:30. It was the last day of early voting in Pennsylvania, Jack.
Mm-hmm.
So it was really important that people who wanted to get to vote could go vote. And they shut it down, and the Trump campaign sued them. And this is how MSNBC covers it.
From the Trump campaign involving a lawsuit against Bucks County, Pennsylvania. Let's go back to NBC's Dasha Burns. Dasha, what do we know about this?
Who names their kid Dasha?
Foreigners.
Fuck. Stop doing that to your kids. That's Rita.
All right, so we just received an email from the Trump-Vance campaign saying that they have filed a lawsuit over voter suppression in Pennsylvania. The press release states that this is a direct violation of Pennsylvania's right to cast their ballot. All voters have a right to stay in line, claiming that Bucks County, Pennsylvania has been turning away voters. Now, we're looking into all of these claims, Jose.
They're looking into all of those claims that there's literal video evidence of.
Yeah. Like a lot.
We're going to check into it. We're going to look. We're not sure.
But as I said to you earlier, Pennsylvania has been a specific focus for the Trump campaign when it comes to these claims of voter suppression. The former president posting earlier claiming that there's fraud going on, widespread fraud in Pennsylvania, which we have not seen evidence of.
All right. That's as far as we needed to listen. Widespread fraud that we have not seen evidence of. You with me?
Yeah.
All right. That is how they told the story. We haven't seen any evidence of it. Now, there was a Newsweek story the same fucking day, Jack. It had come out earlier that day. That the headline is thus: Pennsylvania voter fraud investigation into overabundance of applications. They could not find any evidence of massive fraud.
What? There's no fraud. You're just a big silly goose.
Don't worry, it gets even better. York County in the crucial battleground state of Pennsylvania is looking into an overabundance of voter registration forms and requests for mail ballots sent to the election office after another county received thousands of voter registration forms flagged for potential fraud. They
Nothing
cannot.
to see here, guys. Nothing.
MSNBC just cannot find any evidence of fraud.
I mean, where would they look? The land of make believe.
How about a little further down in the article? Because it starts off talking about York County. The other county they mentioned there is Lancaster County. In Lancaster County, oh shit, where's it at? They change where their ads are, and that's how I find the stuff. Here it is. About 60% of the applications that have been investigated so far have been identified as fraudulent. 60% of the ones that they're like, these might be fraud, are.
What?
This is Newsweek. This isn't fucking America First Radio or any shit like. This is fucking Newsweek. In some cases, applications contain correct personal identification information, such as the correct address, phone number, date of birth, driver's license number, and social security number. But the individuals listed on the applications informed detectives they didn't request the form. They did not complete the form and verified that the signature on the form was not theirs.
Oops.
MSNBC just can't find any fraud going on in Pennsylvania.
I mean, fraud. Don't be silly, monkey. That's impossible.
And Meghan McCain doesn't want to do this again. She can't do this again.
It's just too hard.
Get fucked. We have evidence of fraud. Is it widespread? I would say 60% of applications being fraudulent seems pretty fucking widespread to me, Jack.
Does seem that way, doesn't it? But that's because you're not sophisticated like the staff at like MSNBC.
We have a much better example of voter fraud right here in my home state of Michigan, Jack.
Right here in River City.
And in fact, across the country.
They need a monorail. A monorail.
This is our horrible AG here in Michigan, Benson, fucking whore, who's already had issues. She's answering a question. I don't know if we'll be able to hear the question.
Look at that face.
Because it's really quiet, but I will do my best to reiterate it when they're done talking.
Is she about to hit on some guy? Look at that. Like,
she's probably thirsty.
Yeah.
Bats with specific
Yes.
Dominion.
Mhm.
Why was that only caught in the past few days, and why can't it be fixed? I saw the release.
Yeah, this is a
Okay, there we go. She's asking about an issue with Dominion voting machines. Nothing to see here. And why did it take so long to catch it? And why can't it be fixed? Those are important parts of the question. And here's her wonderful answer.
nationwide issue with Dominion voter access terminals.
It's a nationwide issue. Don't worry, guys. There's nothing to see here. Dominion machines are perfect.
In the counties that use them, and the voter access terminals, of course, not all the machines, just the ones that are accessible, have an issue with the straight party voting and a programming issue that's again affected the machines nationwide. And I think all of us that use Dominion machines were unhappy to learn about this.
We were unhappy to learn that the voting machines weren't working properly. Well, don't break a sweat.
Yeah, don't get worked up or angry or anything.
We were a little upset that this happened. All right, so here's what happened. And honestly, it's even funnier when you know the whole truth, because she says it there, but she says it so fast and she doesn't really. This is only on machines for handicapped people.
Whoops.
It's on their accessibility machines. So they're normal machines that most people will vote with, reportedly, I'm using air quotes, don't have an issue. But what's happening is if you go in there and you vote straight party, and then you try voting on any other issue in there, it kicks out an error and you can't vote. You have to restart.
Jesus. They're not even
Nobody,
trying.
yeah.
Seriously.
Nobody thought to even check. It's like, fuck it, it's the retarded kids. Who cares? That's the part that makes it the funniest to me. It's the disabled machines, which is kind of redundant, right?
Apparently.
Disabled machines for the disabled people. How fucked up is that, Jack?
Are you broken? Your vote won't count if you are.
Yes. But that's not even the best story out of Michigan today with voter irregularities, we'll call them, Jack.
No.
Chinese student to face criminal charges for voting in Michigan. Ballot will apparently count.
What?
Yes.
Why?
Oh, I have that answer for you. I actually have a screenshot of why. The student's ballot is expected to count in the upcoming election, although it was illegally cast, because there's no way for election officials to retrieve it once it has been put through the tabulator, according to two sources familiar with Michigan election laws.
Oh, I'm calling bullshit on that.
The setup is meant to prevent ballots from being tracked back to an individual voter. We have a system set up to make sure you can't track your vote.
Yeah, I'm not buying that at all.
So this Chinese student, he registers to vote, he votes, and then he goes and asks, maybe somebody went, dude, you can't vote, that's illegal. Because then he goes and asks for his ballot back. Which is the only reason he got caught.
Well, disproving the theory that all Chinese people are smart.
Now, he was in the country legally, but he is a non-citizen. Do you guys remember when the Democrats voted against making it illegal on the federal level for non-citizens to vote? Do you remember what the Democrats told us? This doesn't happen. Not only does it happen, it happened and the vote is counting.
Yeah.
How many other people in Michigan are like that right now? How many others have come in, voted, and are gone by now, and you're never even going to be able to put them in jail?
Probably
Snub, thank you. Snub, thank you. Just say he voted for Trump. They will fix his ballot. Only his. Yeah.
That's probably true, sadly. Thank you, Evolved Potato. I tried to type in identity theft in chat and it won't go through, but now I can't type anything in chat on my desktop for some reason, but I can on mobile. YouTube is fucking some shit up. I hate it. Yeah, that sounds right.
That sounds right, yeah. That's a weird thing that they won't let you type in chat.
Well, he's tried to say no words apparently, and that's not going to happen.
I mean, identity theft is a real thing.
But it's election season and all rules are off.
Speaking of rules, I don't remember if I clarified on the case that MSNBC started talking about the shutting down of the poll lines there, where they're like, we're done. It's too grueling to have voting go on for too long.
That's slow and grueling, monkey. It's just so much.
The Trump campaign did file a lawsuit, and a judge has already ruled and ordered them to open back up and allow people to vote.
Is it going to be too little, too late, though? How many of those people are disenfranchised?
I don't know. But at least the court actually came down with a valid, intelligent ruling for once.
Yeah.
After 2020, I'm going to be honest with you, I don't trust the courts when it comes to elections.
Yeah, I don't either.
Too many times they're just like, you don't have standing, you're ugly, your mom's a whore. Just horrible reasons not to look at the actual merits of the case.
Yeah.
Or punting it down the road. It's too close to the election. Speaking of which, dun, 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 in news that is good for Americans, the Supreme Court ruled today in 6-3 finding to put a stay on the stay of the lower courts, both the circuit and federal appellate levels, that was stopping Virginia from removing illegals from their ballot rolls. Don't worry, they can't get on there in the first place.
But if they did, it's actually a good thing.
Yeah, but this in a 6-3 vote, the liberals on the court, shockingly, said they wouldn't have done it. No, we should leave the illegals on the voter rolls. Crimgate, thank you. Canadians walking over, voting, then going back home. Yeah, it would be very easy. This story on the screen there about what's happening here in Michigan, be very easy to cheat our system.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And they just are announcing it to everybody so they could go flood in and vote. That's what that's really about, I think.
Yep. It would be one thing. By the way, they can track the vote. That is nonsense.
Absolutely.
But then they just told everybody, hey, you can go cheat. It's gonna count.
Yeah, it's not an article designed to discourage or even report. It's to advertise that you can scam the system in this swing state.
Because we have no way. How the fuck did a non-citizen even get to on the voter rolls? Isn't there some, I don't know, like a list of people who are here legally who aren't citizens?
You would think, but stop noticing things.
How dare you guys question election integrity? Get fucked. It's almost more blatant than it was in 2020.
Yeah, they don't care. The system is rigged, and they know it's rigged in their favor.
Okay, moving along. Thank you, Snub. I saw a Twitter trend of people doing this to vote for Trump. If he wins and they find out a bunch of bogus votes went his way, then you can bet next time they will be all for voter laws. It wasn't that long ago that Democrats were out there telling people publicly that we shouldn't have voting by mail. Debbie Wasserman Schultz, when she was the DNC campaign chair, the head of the DNC, was saying we cannot trust mail-in voting. And then 2020 hit, and they're like, it's the most secure thing ever.
We absolutely need it. COVID.
Yeah. And how dare you question them? Fuck them.
Yeah, you're a fucking monster for even thinking about questioning them.
If you mention that we need laws to keep people from voting illegally, that what you will hear in unison from the left, that doesn't happen. Illegals can't vote. Non-citizens can't vote. And yet.
Pay no attention to the news.
Yeah. Dominion machines work perfectly. And yet.
We're not even talking about that woman that leaked all the passwords for their machines.
We have not got to the reverse of fetal alcohol syndrome yet. Where is she? Hang on, I got to find her because I want her picture on the screen when we talk about her. Her eyes are so ridiculously close together. It's disturbing. The chick out of Colorado. So Colorado with Dominion voting machines. Just so y'all know, the AG out there accidentally, Jack, had passwords for their voting systems up for months on the internet.
Yep. Massive pointed out that the guy's name that was voting was cheating.
Nice. Fuck, I can't find her picture. I really wanted because I wanted to make fun of her because those eyes need to be pulled apart. She looks like a cartoon villain.
Yeah, she does.
Thank you, Ultranaut. The C-suite left just wants to win, but I think the street level left actually thinks citizenship is defined as simply physical presence in the U.S. I mean, that's definitely their talking point.
Yeah.
I mean, I had to point out to people today because I told you yesterday about the article from the guy in Puerto Rico who's like, I'm not voting for Trump till he apologizes, and he can't vote. Puerto Ricans do not get a vote in the American election if they're not in the United States. And before anybody goes, Puerto Rico is the United States, get fucked. They're a territory. They're not a state.
Yeah.
And I pointed out he doesn't get a vote. And somebody like, yes, he does. Puerto Ricans are Americans. I'm like, the story I'm responding to even tells you they can't. For fuck's sake, man, just read.
No, you're not the boss of me.
Oh, fuck. Where's this chick? I also want this because I want the full story. Because the link does go there. There it is. All right. So here she is. God, this is such a creepy picture. Y'all voted for this woman? What is wrong with you? What is it? All the cannabis out there in Colorado?
I don't know. I mean, she has high set cheekbones and her eyes are close together. That's a bad combination. It looks like she has really big jowls.
I'm not saying she's a bad person because she's ugly. I'm saying she's a bad person and she's ugly. I just want that to be clear.
Yeah, there's not a direct correlation between her ugliness and her being a bad person. They just happen to both be true statements.
Yeah, there's ugly people who are good. I'm just saying. She accidentally had, so what it is there's a spreadsheet, Jack. And if you click through the spreadsheet, you can hide different tabs in the spreadsheet. But if you put it online, anybody and everybody can unhide them. And one of the tabs was literally the passwords for the voting machines. Now, Colorado has come out and said, hey, look, even though this dumb bimbo did this shit, it's not a big deal because you need 2 passwords. You need 2 passwords. And somebody in the building to access it. So none to worry about. None at all to worry about.
No possibility of corruption by anybody involved in the building at all. There's nobody with a sick relative that needs money or is behind on their rent or a gambling problem. No, no.
Yeah, is that her O face? Oh, now you've ruined it even more for me.
Well, look how big she likes them.
I just love that she's holding a mask there. I don't know. You can't see it because of your avatar on the screen, but she is holding a mask.
Is it a mask or is it a gigantic condom?
Tomato. But yeah, guys, look, I still think Trump is going to win this thing, and I don't think as much as the nonsense has already started that they can get over it this time. There was a lot more they got away with in 2020 because of COVID. I think the courts are already showing that they're more willing to call out the bullshit and side with, sanity. But they certainly are trying. They are trying. I literally have non-citizens voting and telling us that the vote's going to count. It's only one person. It's not widespread. Prove it's only one person. Please.
Yeah. And to be fair to this lady, there were only most of the passwords leaked. There's one county where the passwords didn't leak.
Oh, my bad. Let me guess. It's where Denver is.
No, I have some podunk middle of nowhere county. It's got like 8 people in it. It's like Montana,
Gotcha. Oh, let's see.
That's why it's so important for everybody to go out to vote. Every vote counts. You have to make up for all the questionable shit.
All right. Now, this next part, we're going to mute the news people because I really don't care what they're talking about. But they present this video without really commenting on what's going on. And I found that to be very disturbing. So they're talking about the garbage thing. And let me get to the very beginning. Joe Biden, people are presenting their babies to him, which I I don't understand.
I don't know. It's like the Pope blessing children or something. People like to show the president their kids. The whole kissing babies thing.
I get people bringing their kid up to be blessed by the Pope. There's a faith in that, and while I wouldn't do it, I understand it. Bringing your kid up so Biden can do this to them?
Oh, you're a delicious looking baby. I'm gonna eat you. I ate your baby.
He reached down and bit the baby.
I'm gonna leave my impression. You wanted me to leave an impression on your kid, huh? How about dentures, bitch?
And mom didn't pull the baby back or anything.
I mean, it was
this
pretty
is
quick.
Perfectly normal.
It probably is for him. So, all right, he's gonna try and sniff your kid and maybe nibble on him a little bit. Just let it happen, okay? The Easter Bunny will be along shortly. If not, we got backup Panda there.
And now he's getting all up in the baby's face, and she's moving in close. Look, bite him again. For God's sake, he's biting children.
That needs to be on a Trump ad now. Okay? This man called you garbage. Look at that kid's face, too. Like, what the fuck, old man? And he doesn't know in 20 years why he's got a phobia of old people gnawing on his legs. Like, it haunts him every night. He's like, I just picture this guy from Poltergeist 3. No, my leg. I don't know why.
Who just walks up to a strange baby, no matter who it is, Jack, and gnaws on their leg?
He just wanted to get some of that diaper cream set. See what kind the kids were using. Maybe he likes it better.
If somebody did this to my child, I would call the police after I kicked their ass.
Yeah.
Thank you, Frosted Glass. Free hat, free hat, free hat. Those babies attacked him. He was just defending himself. This is the president of the United States biting babies.
Yeah.
And this is not a major story anywhere.
I mean, are you shocked?
No. Instead, they're out there going, Donald Trump is pulling political stunts. He's not really a garbage man. God, man. This motherfucker needs to be in a home. He's got 3 months left in the White House, and he should not have another day. Thank you, Crimgate. Who else but Biden? Cue's Family Guy music, right? God damn.
Yeah, ironically, he did this to another baby, too.
This would never be my reaction to somebody showing me their baby. Like, let me bite it.
Did you watch the other video?
I don't remember if I saw it or not.
Yeah, it's in the side chat if you want to watch it. He also put a baby's foot in his mouth.
Yeah.
It's all very weird.
I don't want to watch Biden eat babies.
He's just sucking on a little bit of toes. Like, it's kinky. People like it.
That's not normal.
Nothing about this is normal.
These are two of the little. I hate how Twitter does this with their videos.
I know. I do too.
There we go.
Look at that nummy baby.
Let me eat the child.
Oh, you like toe sucking? Oh, Uncle Joey's here to talk to you about how much he loves Woo.
Yeah, that's weird, man.
That's so fucking weird. These are the people that say you're weird for supporting Trump. You know what? I don't care what mean tweets Trump has, okay? Or what mean shit he says about people. This is freaky weird behavior.
David says, bruh, he's not Haitian and that's not a cat. He was going to try to eat it anyway. Don't bite babies. It's not normal. Don't put babies' feet in your mouth. It's not normal. What else do I have here? Oh, apparently Jennifer Aniston came out in support of Kamala, and we're supposed to care.
Yeah. Thanks, has-been.
Yeah, take your empty gumball machine and your stretched out face and fuck right off. I'm The whole Hollywood, let's do the Joan Rivers makeover thing annoys me anyway, because I don't understand why women think looking like a skeleton is attractive. But they did it to Jennifer Aniston, who was hot. Like really hot.
Now she looks super creepy.
I'm so offended by that. Ladies, you look better gracefully growing old than you do stretching your lips to touch your cheeks, to touch your ears. Like, if it's stretching far enough, I don't have wrinkles.
Yeah. Do you know who Jocelyn Wildenstein is?
Name doesn't ring a bell, but maybe.
Okay, since you brought it up, this is she's 84. She's a billionaire socialite. She tried to look like a cat once.
Oh, I know who she is. Yeah.
Yeah, but she denies ever having had plastic surgery. Instead, it's her Swiss heritage.
Swiss heritage.
Yeah, could we look at her real quick? I got the link in there because just for a second, because this is the extreme of what you're talking about. And Hollywood is infected with this obsession with plastic surgery, and I really don't get it. I understand you want roles, ladies, and as you age, it gets harder. But for fuck's sake,
I have to move it to my other screen to share it because can't. Won't let me do it on that screen. Real quick, thank you, J.R. Lockhart. I'm praying you're right on the election results, Monk, given all the recent Kamala Biden gaffes, because these recent shenanigans can really blackpill a guy. Trying not to let him get to me. Here's the thing. Even if you think they're going to cheat and that your vote's not going to matter, if you don't vote, they win anyway. So take a few minutes and go vote.
Yeah, you know, if you're lucky, you offset some of their shenanigans so that the other people's votes can get through.
Yeah. Don't just give it to them. That's not worth it.
Yeah, not at all.
Yep. There she is. Look how pretty she looks.
That's her Swiss heritage there. I'm assuming Swiss is the last name of her plastic surgeon.
I didn't realize Swiss people were so fucking ugly.
But look how inflated her face looks.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, that's downright scary. And it becomes like a body dysmorphia thing after a while. They become obsessed with constantly changing it.
Yeah, who's that chick? Because there's another one who's done massive plastic surgery. She's had like cheek implants done, and her face, she almost looks like the one puppet from Mr. Rogers.
Yeah. I don't remember her name, but I know who you're talking about.
She's got lips that are like bigger than her whole head. Her cheeks are so sunken in, she looks like a Holocaust. It's like somebody took one of those flip books where you can make people look different and just randomly settled on it because there's so many different things going on her face. Thank you, Frosted Glass. Robert Zadar. I don't know.
No, don't besmirch Robert Zadar. He at least had actual physical issues and still managed to make an acting career out of it. But and he's a legend in the B movie crowd. But dear God, this is tragic. And what gets me is the person that posted the video is Ollie London, and he's had extensive plastic surgery, which he seems to really regret now.
Hey, those of you getting that shit, it doesn't look good.
No, go to a shrink because you need the help.
Ultranaut, thank you. She's the moon man. Fair enough. Well, you know what? Women even have a better out than that. They can cake makeup on. Yeah. Many of them do it. You ever see a Hollywood starlet without her makeup on? She looks like me. Yeah, I'm an attractive man, but I'm an attractive man. You see these chicks without their makeup on, and they don't even look like themselves. Did you ever see that one video of the Asian chick walking around as she's doing her makeup for the day, and she looks like two completely different people? Yeah. So yeah, they don't even have to go out there and do all this nonsense plastic surgery that makes them ugly. They just look ugly. Stop it. Anyway. There was more things. Oh, it's time. It is time. That's how I announced my return to video game streaming today. I did some Red Dead today. But it seemed like a good way to introduce this too. Look, I know some of you don't play video games, but we have to talk about this. This is a scene from the new game that launches today, Jack, on Halloween.
Yeah.
Dragon Age Veilguard. And I know recently I've been saying, hey, look, some of y'all are going too far on, oh my God, that's so woke. You have a real target here, okay?
Yeah.
There's a real one to talk about here. And well, we'll let it play out, shall we, Jack?
Pounding that snake's nose. She's still holding the ruby in her other hand. Maker's panties. I was so proud.
Oh,
Ah, shit. They're still holding it.
One, Maker's panties? Really? God's tidy whiteys. All right, sure.
You know that this is dialogue from somebody's D&D group. It's so over the top. It's so tired. Did you see that I sent this to you?
I don't remember if I saw that you sent it. I saw it because of I follow Grums.
Oh yeah. This is just so lazy. It's poorly written. It's lazy dialogue, and it's so ham-fistedly forced into here.
I think the best comment I saw about this, and I'm spoiling it a little bit. We're gonna watch more of this, but it was like you could tell this was written by a woman because they refused to apologize.
Of course.
I'm like, amen, sister. All right, massive eye roll. Oh, you don't know anything yet, Katie. This is the soft part of it.
This is just the beginning.
This clip. If they'd have stopped right here, it'd have been cringy enough. But oh, no. They go on.
Sorry.
what are you doing?
Pulling a barb.
Oh, okay. A barb?
Tradition in the Lords of Fortune from one of our old members, Barv. Good guy, but like most of us, his plans went sideways a lot. Bad blood among your crews, not good for morale, but there's not always time for big, drawn-out apologies. So when one of us screws up and we know we've screwed up, we do a quick 10 to put it right. Pulling.
That's right, guys. If you accidentally misgender somebody, you need to do 10 push-ups. Don't worry, she explains why.
Above. Oh, there we go.
Now, it can be hard to see here what is on the screen. You get dialogue choices, and I believe the one that they choose that's very open-minded. Somebody wrote that for a video game. All right.
I'm glad the Lords of Fortune have Tarsh's back.
Oh, Tarsh isn't the first non-binary member of the Lords.
Really?
It was a little before your time, but Horlicks was one of ours.
Huh.
Bastard looked better than I did in a dress or pants.
Somebody approved this script, Jack.
Yeah. Like I said, this is fanfic written from some D&D group. I'm telling you, this is tragically done nonsense.
The medieval times were known for their acceptance of non-binary folks, a term that didn't even fucking exist at the... Okay. Anyway.
And out of them, too.
The choice they're choosing now is why not just apologize? And I'm reading that to you because this is something that they've started doing in games, and I really fucking hate it. When you go to respond to somebody, like here, why not just apologize? You would expect that your character would then say, why not just apologize? And then instead your character gives some other nonsense. We just saw it a moment ago. The dialogue option they chose was, that's very open-minded of you. That's not what the character went on to say. It should say what the character is going to say. Otherwise, I'm not actually making the dialogue choice, Jack.
No, but you feel good about it.
So this time it's why not just apologize?
Any reason you can't just apologize?
Sometimes people.
Real quick before we get to the explanation, at least that one's close to what you're clicking on. Any reason you can't just apologize? Why wouldn't you just write that as the thing a person can choose?
Why would you want to continue this conversation if you're that dude? Be like, look, this is weird, and I don't know what a non-binary is, and I just want to kill people and loot stuff. So it's a video game.
Officer Buck, thank you. Started. This has been happening for 10 plus years. I'm old. 10 years ain't shit to me, man. What was the first game I saw this in? I don't think it was. I know Mass Effect does this to a lot. But I don't think that's the first one I saw it in. But yeah, it's a new thing that they've been doing in relative recent terms for you jackasses out there. All right. Why not just apologize? You guys ready for this shit?
Sometimes people say, oops, sorry, and hope that fixes it. But they just want to get the whole thing over with. Trust me, I know. But pulling a barf, you sweat a little. Makes you think about it a little more. Shows the.
In case you don't have a flog around, Jack.
Yeah, it's punishment. You need to actually suffer so you never make that mistake again like a common bigot. You probably voted for Trump, didn't you?
The other person, you mean it.
What if they mean it when they say they're sorry, though?
And that's the other reason. Some people mess up and get all dramatic. They make it about them. Oh,
Can we just pause for a second? When she's first doing the push-ups, she explains that there's not time for a big, extensive apology. But now
there's
she's like,
time to explain all of that shit.
Now it's like, oh, you can't apologize because people turn it into this big dramatic thing. The thing you were saying you're doing push-ups because you didn't have time to do? Who wrote this shit? Anyway.
No, I didn't mean it right. I'd never do that on purpose. They feel so bad about it that it's on everyone else to smooth it over and make them feel better.
Oh.
This is literally taken from SJW videos of the 2017 era.
Yep.
I've responded to people making these claims. And it's now in a fucking video game.
Well, they can't escape the past because they're obsessed with it.
Why? Why are you preaching this shit at gamers? I can't imagine, unless the whole story is about finding the sacred ball sack of non-binariness. What the fuck does this have to do with anything?
It's about the message.
True.
The message.
It's the message. It's all it is. So gamers, I'm with you on this one. This is one, go after them because this is fucking stupid. And they spent time and money on this crap. They animated it for fuck's sake.
And this is just what we know of that's in the game. How many other instances of this stupid bullshit's in there?
And if you have stock in BioWare's parent company, I don't know who owns BioWare these days, I would be considering a lawsuit for a malpractice of fiduciary responsibility.
Yeah, I think EA owns them now, don't they?
I don't remember who owns them right now. Honestly. Not going to lie, I hope it flops. Me too. Because this is fucking stupid.
Yeah, no, this stuff is ham-fistedly wedged in. Like Dangerous just said, somebody had to write it. Other people had to approve that script and then animate it and then record the voiceover options for it. Yep. So this is... And you know what? These two characters are probably essential to the plot, so you have to work with them and be exceptionally nice and all that. So you probably have to go through this option if you want to get them as allies.
Yeah, I don't know why they have to force this shit in. It doesn't make sense with the setting. If you want to make this game, go make Dustborn or whatever the fuck that dumbass game was called. You didn't even show the trans scars option. We talked about that before, as well as the butt slider on it. You cannot make a big ass in that game, Jack.
Of course not.
The biggest ass you can make is like Brie Larson size. That's with the slider all the way to the biggest you can make it. Like, look, flat ass. Which I don't know why they don't like black women or Latino women. I don't know why they're so
haters.
racist.
Yeah, they're haters, man. That's what it comes down to.
Look, I'm with you, BioWare. White chicks don't got no ass, but white chicks ain't the only people, man. Kind of sexist or racist of you to do it that way. Officer Buck, thank you so much. Why did the hot chick have to be so high on her own supply? Such a waste. Well, I don't know if you noticed, but that pirate also had a fucking stud in the bottom lip. That should be the first fucking clue that, oh, this is going to be one of those.
Yeah.
I bet if she takes off her hat, half her head is shaved.
Oh, yeah. She's a hero. That's the woman hero haircut of the new millennia.
Yeah. I cannot believe this is an actual part of that game.
I mean, nobody should be surprised anymore. It's just annoying to see. It's so tiresome. Like, why do they have to inject this shit into everything? Like it's some sort of holy crusade for them. It's very frustrating.
This is a new low in presentation. I mean, it's not like they've been overly subtle, but this one isn't even trying to be subtle.
Yeah. It would be like you're trying to play a World War II game and you have to talk to a gunner for the ship you're going to fly for the next scenario, and he starts talking about Jesus. Like, come on, man, this is not relevant.
Thank you, FL. In Fallout, the truncated dialogue options are to hide the fact that some of the choices are literally identical. Well, what you can do in that case is just only have one option. And Officer Buck, thank you. Paper bags cover many things, Ed boy. You can cover that her head with a bag. She's still the kind of person who got a stud in her face.
Yeah, she's probably ridden that carousel a few times, if you know what I'm saying.
You're going to catch a disease, a 18-year commitment, and a charge if you fuck that chick.
Yeah, and she's going to compare you to her dad a lot.
Yep. Anyhow, what else do we got today? I really cannot believe how blatant it is. That is right up there with the Winter Soldier. You need to do better, Senator.
Oh yeah, the Falcon Winter Soldier TV series. Oh god, that was so bad. And what's sad is that could have been a really interesting show, but they had to go and fuck it up.
He's preaching to the senator about how he has to be better for the terrorists.
Yeah. And then he has to insult Steve Rogers several times while wearing his shield.
All right, let's see what else we have going on. The press is kind of worried, Jack. The press is worried that if this comes to us from Brian Stelter, courtesy of New York Magazine, that if Trump wins, they will have lost their power. Quote, if half the country has decided that Trump is qualified to be president, that means we're not reading any of this that means they're not reading any of this media. And we've lost the audience completely. A Trump victory means mainstream media is dead in its current form. From your lips to God's ears, asshole.
Right. All the more reason to get out and vote.
He says that like it's a bad thing. Yeah, Politimoney had my favorite answer to that, although that guy says suck it, bitch, and that's funny. That's Dave Rubin. She said, as if I need another reason to vote for Trump, which is the best usage of that I've seen this election.
Stop trying to sell him to me.
Yeah, I already voted for him, man. You can't make me vote again. It'd be illegal, and I'm not a Democrat.
Right?
Yeah. If Trump wins, that means our medium is dead. It should be. It's crap. You guys have spent the last day whining because people pointed out that the president called Americans garbage. He didn't say it. It's on video. There's an apostrophe. There's no pause or anything that indicates that. You're a racist. Fuck off. I just love that they're so scared. And this is the reality of it, guys. I told you this before. If Kamala wins, the press is going to be unbearable because it means they got away with something even they didn't think they could get away with.
Yep.
Installing a candidate at the last minute to get away from the bad choice they'd already made and her becoming president. Do you realize the power? I mean, it's right there. If Trump wins, it means we don't exist anymore. So you exist to stop Trump. You don't exist to tell the truth. You don't exist to, give people the necessary knowledge that they need to make an informed decision. No, 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 no. If Trump wins, it means we're dead. Oh, I hope so. I hope so. With all of my heart. I would love to see every major media outlet in the United States go bankrupt. And that includes Bezos and the Washington Post. Look, just because he decided that they're not going to endorse candidates anymore. I love how they're trying to treat that like it's a big deal. The truth is nobody votes based on that. And it at least gives you a little bit of separation from claims of bias. Like we don't even support anybody. These are our writers' opinions. 99% of them happen to be liberal, and even our conservative is supporting Kamala. But we're totally unbiased. And they're treating it as though, oh my God, we have a duty to tell people how to vote. It's literally the Mika Brzezinski thing.
Oh, yeah.
Donald Trump thinks he gets to tell people what to think, and that's our job. I mean, whoops. We tell you the truth. Pay no attention to the fact that she was lying when she said that, by the way. All right. What else we got on the docket tonight? Anytime the press is going to be whining like that, I'm going to appreciate it. We don't count. You shouldn't count. You're shitbags. No, I don't really care about that. Covered that. This one just made me laugh because I saw it going around today, Jack. And the thing I originally saw is just the top post here. When a woman named Holland wrote, "Calling your partner my love is cringe. Calling your boyfriend or girlfriend my partner is cringe. It's gay. It's super gay.
It's super hella gay.
My partner? What are you guys in a law firm together?
Are you guys cops? You have to tell me if you are."
This comes from the 90s when somebody went, "Why do we call them girlfriend? We're actually adults." God, you're so insufferable. So they started changing to the word partner so that they could sound more grown up. And instead, they just sound retarded.
Yeah.
But I went over to the chick's page just to see it. And a lot of it is about her mental health struggles. And her post right before, she's like, "Calling my partner my love is cringe." She said, "What are your thoughts on mental health?" Like, I get it now. You're broken. You're broken. I get it. Yeah, it all makes sense. I don't believe in love. I have a partner. We have a contract. Occasionally he puts his wiener in me and we fornicate. I hate these people, man. Why are people like that so proud of themselves and post all of their garbage on there? Like, everybody has struggles, Jack. Why is it what defines some people? Is it just that we have the generation of victims?
I think that's part of it, but there's also that self-centeredness and the arrogance that comes along with it.
But shouldn't part of that be, having some self-respect?
Self-respect. We don't really talk about that anymore.
Dr. Joanne says no shame. I guess that's part of it too. I mean, you get more accolades for being a fucking loser with a miserable life than you do for being a happy-go-lucky person. Somebody who's happy-go-lucky, who nothing bothers him, like, what's wrong with that guy? He's so weird. The bitch who's cutting herself superficially, my whole life sucks. Mom wouldn't get me concert tickets. We're like, oh, I can totally relate to that. You are so oppressed. I can't believe your mom did that to you. Is it just misery loving company?
Yeah, probably partly. I mean, you're talking about a lot of people that are just inherently miserable losers, and they
Wait,
don't
when
want to
did
admit they are, so they have to give each other validation. It's part of their social grace system. Like, there's a whole ritual to these interactions these people have. It's very, very weird.
when did sucking so bad become a goal? I mean,
Well, we used to see this a lot with like the trailer trash kids at my school because oh, you're one of them smart kids. They took pride in their dumbness.
sure,
And
but
if you were trying to be smart, you were a sellout.
yep, I remember those folks. And that still goes on in the Black community. It was one of the weirdest things to watch in
Oh
when I
yeah, you're
lived in.
acting white.
Yeah, why you acting white? By being educated? That's just getting educated, dummy.
Yeah, because I don't want to live in the hood.
And I understand that to a point. I mean, that's just normal peer pressure kind of stupidity.
Yeah, but you
Picking on the
lock in
thing.
that mindset. You get stuck in this victim mentality of like everybody owes me. I'm never going to be able to succeed on my own. So I can't let anyone else do better than me either because then they're better than me. So it's an affirmation of failure.
Tier says, I heard and still hear that a lot. I know, and it's one of the dumbest things that I've ever seen. I remember when we moved up here, and now I'm in an all-white school, Jack, and I had to go to speech class, and it's not, learning to speak properly, but in Michigan, one of the requirements is a speech class. I had 3 years of drama under my belt, but that wasn't enough. They needed to be sure I could get up and talk on stage.
Yeah.
Sure, why not? One of the things we had to do was a group assignment where we had to discuss racism in America. And I pointed out that the show The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air does exactly what we're talking about right now. Who's the cool kid on? The punk. Carlton, who's trying to get his life together and be like his dad, the judge. He's to be made fun of. They even question his very blackness, Jack.
Indeed. Multiple times.
And some little punk ass white bitch. I think you guys are being hella racist right now. How I did not swear at him is still impressive to me. I ripped that kid a new asshole. You don't have to like it, but what that show was teaching young black kids is, hey, don't be smart. They'll make fun of you. Don't be educated. They'll make fun of you.
Yeah, you'll still be cool by being dumb and ignorant.
Yep.
And you'll actually be more successful in the long run because look at Will Smith.
Yeah, it's fucking horrible.
It's a mentality of failure.
So yeah, I'm annoyed at that shit. I just
It's a really interesting method of population control, though, because if you want your people to remain ignorant, you encourage them because then it's cool. Look how cool this guy is. He's the one we're propping up because he's dumb and he says dumb things that are now cutesy and adorable. But then you get the peer pressure of all the people that like that person advocating for their position. Like, oh, yeah, that guy's really cool. You should be dumb too.
This is also around the same time that Ebonics became a thing.
Yeah.
Black people just can't learn English. Ebonics is actually their language. Like, you're calling them retarded. You understand that, right?
Yeah, it's a soft racism, but it's the racism of low expectations.
Yeah, keep them uneducated, keep them dumb and dependent.
Mm-hmm.
Democrats are crafty.
They're sneaky bastards.
Yeah, they are.
You never trust a commie.
No.
That's all there is to it. Always find what they're doing suspect because they're up to something. It's just the way they are. But yeah, I think it's bred into the culture that they celebrate ignorance now.
Yeah,
and that's
absolutely.
been building since the 70s or 80s. And they've really kind of found creative ways to do it. And it's usually through social pressure.
Katie says how like rappers have been propped up. Well, sticking with Will Smith, his rap has never been gangsta anything. And especially in the early days, it was just fun.
Yeah.
Nightmare on My Street and Parents Just Don't Understand. He doesn't get played on black radio at all. Maybe once a year they'll break out Summertime. Maybe. But literally the first guy to ever win a Grammy for rap, Jack. And no, they don't pay him. Why? Because his stuff is not that shit. Black people, they are playing you. They are fucking playing you. They're keeping you dumb and then telling you it's everyone else doing it. The same people who will tell you that you can't do math are the ones telling you I'm the racist for saying you can.
Yeah.
His rap was crap. If you think so, it's fair. I disagree with you, but I've never let anybody's opinions infect mine.
Yeah, I'm not a rap person. There's very little of it I actually enjoy, so I'm the wrong person to be involved in that conversation.
I was just tagged in this. This is 100% true. My father raising me, and it's that dude, I forget his name, as the drill sergeant.
Arlie Ermy. Yeah.
There you go. Oh fuck, what movie was that? Shit.
Full Metal Jacket.
Full Metal Jacket. Thank you. All I could think was Hamburger Hill, and I know it's not that one. And then the other one, my father with my kids, and he's all relaxed and shit. This used to drive me nuts about my dad because I saw him giggle at shit my kid did. I know I got a spanking for.
Yep.
I was there. I remember. Not that I wanted my dad to spank my kids, but at least be annoyed by it, right?
You would think, but here we are.
But I'm the same way. I mean, I've probably given my grandchildren more bad ideas than they've had on their own.
Well, it's revenge for all the stuff your kids did to you.
It's so much nicer being a grandparent because you don't have the stresses of being the parent. Because it's a stressful job. You got to raise these kids and hopefully not turn out serial killers, man.
You don't want your kid to get famous, is what you're telling us.
It's true. It is. I don't want them to get famous that way. That's for sure. I like DMX. I like some of DMX. I couldn't name a single song he sings. I like a lot of rap, but that doesn't mean a lot of rap should be like heard by kids. I think rap is a lot like marijuana. You shouldn't use it until you're 25.
You're going to make them lose their minds up in here. For
the record, I think that about a lot of rock too. I don't know if y'all know it. A lot of rock is dirty as shit and really probably shouldn't be listened to by children. Some of the songs are straight up about fucking.
What?
I saw somebody bitching about rap. Like, name one other genre that celebrates murder. Like, do you know who Johnny Cash is? Killed a man just to watch him bleed. Yeah, no, it's just that damn rap that celebrates violence. Fuck off. Anyway, Jack. We're only at an hour and a half, but I am going to do a game stream, and I've already started to get tired again. So I think we're going to wrap up here, man.
Oh, I see.
So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Buck Cherry. No shit. You're crazy, bitch. You fuck so good. Anyway, thank you for coming and hanging out with us. Thank you so very much for the donations. I've streamed a lot recently, and my voice, I can hear it. If you come over to the game stream, it might be quieter than normal just because, yeah, my throat is actually starting to get a little sore, Jack.
Oh, that's so good.
And we're coming to our busy part. It's about to get busy up in this bitch. But pour some sugar on me is wholesome. Stop it. How dare you? Thank you for coming and hanging out. Thank you for the donations. You guys are so kind. We really appreciate it. Jack, anything you want to chill out?
No, I haven't done anything today.
What game? Started playing Red Dead Redemption, the original one, the John Marston version. Dear God, that game is harder than the second one. It is not as forgiving of getting shot. I rolled up on somebody, Jack, and I couldn't figure out which button to take cover with. And this game comes out when cover-based combat is the shit. Everybody had to have cover-based combat. And while Red Dead has it, Red Dead 2 has it also. In this one, you really do need to hide. And I couldn't figure out how to hide. I'm sitting there jumping in the air, and I got shot and killed.
Well, you're jumping up and down instead of hiding. I could understand why.
Nickelback is wholesome. Nickelback has some great dirty songs.
Ugh. To me, they're like Canadian Creed.
I like Creed too.
Yeah, figures.
I forget the name of it, but the song that has the line "Naughty Wicked Witch of the West," I fucking love that song. What the hell is it? What's the name of that song? I don't remember. It's about how this chick, she doesn't have to do much because she's hot and uses her body to get ahead. It's basically Kamala if Kamala was attractive.
Oh.
It's got the line in. It's why she makes.
Does it count for Kamala?
Good.
Does it count that she has 2 vaginas? Does that neck count? Like if she gets a tracheotomy?
I don't think so.
Oh.
The Way That You Are, Nickelback. That's not the song that I was just singing, though. Anyway, guys, thanks for hanging out. Take care of yourselves, Jack. A pleasure as always.
Always glad to be here.
Guys, I love you, and we'll see you next time.
Bye, everybody.
I was just singing. I feel like I shouldn't have to do it again. Granted, I just said the words. Should I sing?
I don't know.
Sing a song of the songs that I'm singing about singing songs. That's my Kamala song. Bye, guys.